One problem with the Thetford cassette toilet system in the United States is the fact that you're handling open sewerage. That may work in Europe or maybe Australia, but health codes and things like that are going to catch up with Thetford. These cassette toilets are getting more and more popular here in the United States, especially in smaller RVs like my little Arrow U here. The problem is the only way to get the sewerage out of the full cassette is to open pour, which I believe, if you check the health codes, is actually against the law, which is why here in the United States at a campsite you have to use a sewer hose. You know, a stinky slinky, for lack of a better term. The problem is, with this system, this is the dump port, and as you can see, this fitting does not fit on that fitting. Okay? So it would make it pretty tough. You have to open pour. Eventually, when these cassettes get more and more popular and they're all over, campsite owners or whoever, health nuts, I don't know, they're going to start making more and more complaints, no open pouring of sewerage, and then these things are going to be outlawed. Anyway, getting away from the political aspects, I'll show you what I did so I don't have to open pour sewerage. I have a device called a terminal adapter, and that is this right here. It's pretty simple, right? And what that does is the terminal adapter threads on to the Thetford cassette, and then a standard sewer hose for an RV site or dump station fits on here. Now I have a way to keep this sealed and hook this to either a blue tote sewerage tank, or I can hook it to a threaded adapter to put in a regular dump station. So once you've gotten to this point where you can hook to a standard hose, you've got it made. To make a terminal adapter for a Thetford cassette toilet is pretty simple. You got to go to the RV store or go on Amazon and get one of these little hose ends. Usually comes with a steel clamp. Buy one of these. They come in different flavors and sizes, but you get the idea. And then get a Thetford spare part. You can buy these caps because this is the cap that screws onto my Thetford dump pipe. So that's a spare cap. As a matter of fact, here's an extra one. This is the a spare part I had in stock, and it's the cap and the pipe, and all these Thetford parts are online, and anything you need to repair a cassette, if you look at the illustrated parts breakdown, get the number, go on eBay, and boom, in a few days you have it. Anyway, getting back to that. So I bought an extra cap, and what I did is I took the cap and I put it in there, and then I put a bead of epoxy around there so it wouldn't leak and it would hold the cap in there. You could see on mine that I made that shiny stuff right there, that is black epoxy. And it made a nice seal. I just poured it in there and it filled the gap, and it was rather neat. So now this is epoxied into here. The only thing I got to do is I got a hole saw, similar to the hole saw you'd use to put in a doorknob or cut through a wall to put a water pipe through. I went to the local Home Depot, got a saw hole that I felt would fit that perfectly. There's a little dimple here from the mold. You put this drill in there and drill straight down, and it drills this center piece out. Now you have a terminal adapter. And all it was is one of these caps, a Thetford cap, glued into one of these standard pieces. And now you could screw this on and use your standard hose. By the way, these parts are all clean. None of them are in service. I'm just using these spares I have for the demo.